What's the good word, y'all? It's your boy DKB here. So Jeff Ulbrich's press conference ended not too long ago, and the major news coming out of this is that he's already scored his first big win. He's not waiting to impose his version of the New York Jets. Nathaniel Hackett's officially been demoted, and he's making Todd Downing his play caller, potentially for the remainder of the regular season, right? Assuming he does a good job. And one of the things that I can really say I appreciate, right, is one, it is a bit weird feeling, giving this win, if you want to call it that, to Ulbrich, considering Salah was making the same move, but still, the fact that he was strong enough to make the move, I think speaks volumes to Jeff Ulbrich and delivering on kind of what he mentioned in his previous press conference. But two, from the energy perspective, it wasn't something I was really bought into per se, right? And maybe I was just wallowing too much in the current state of the Jets. And that's probably exactly why many people feel like the change needed to be made, right? Hearing Jeff Ulbrich in this press conference, he didn't even need to deliver the Todd Downing news, to be honest. Today, I think I still would have felt the same way in that you kind of feel like we are starting over, right? We're back at level zero. We're looking to continue forward. You heard clear, concise thoughts. His messages were conveyed with conviction, and it just felt like a guy that hasn't been beaten down by years of his team not performing and the media getting after him and him having to, account for, players and, defending everybody under the sun and etc. So Jeff Ulbrich, in my mind, is already having a much stronger, introduction as interim head coach than what I assume to be, and he's kind of already changing my mind a bit. Obviously, the on-field product is going to be the most important part here, but one of the things I really love about this press conference is it wasn't just general thoughts and kind of guesstimations, if you want to call it that, on what he's expecting to see. Todd Downing, for example, he referenced with the Titans, he's seen a particular brand of football, a physicality, a willingness to go out there and attack, right? One of the staples being a very strong run game. So hopefully those elements translate here to the Jets. He'll have essentially a pretty solid couple of days to put a game plan together. And Jeff Ulbrich's already mentioned that Downing will have final say over all of these duties. The other interesting piece will be finding out exactly what Nathaniel Hackett has been relegated to doing after receiving his demotion. Ulbrich just kind of highlighted that he'll be more so in the background, helping out in whatever capacity. I would assume he'll be in kind of a bit of a training situation, right? In terms of mentoring some of these players or maybe having more individual opportunities here, but we'll see how that plans out or plays out for itself. Ultimately, though, I think this was a successful second press conference, right? One where he's actually had time to adjust a bit to his new title, understanding what he wants to do. He mentioned really incorporating player feedback into part of his decision. It sounds like everybody's on board, right? We already had the Aaron Rodgers sign off. He mentioned Nathaniel Hackett not making any waves as part of the move. And the other major news will be Jeff Ulbrich retaining his own defensive coordinator duties, play caller, and then ultimately making sure the defense as a whole is prepared. It's not really that much of a surprise to me on that forefront because that's going to be his bread and butter. I wouldn't expect him to just jump in and say, I'm diving head first into the offense, even though, he doesn't necessarily have the expertise there. But he did mention, again, as the leader of the team as a whole, the reason for him bringing Todd Downing up to play caller is that he wants to see a physical brand and attacking and aggressive, everything we love about the defense essentially applied to the offense. And if he's not liking what he's seeing, he will make changes on the fly. So successful first coming. Let me know ultimately what you guys think. Again, I think the energy shift is actually a lot more monumental than kind of expected, based on what I've seen out of that press conference. But I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, and I'll catch you again. Peace.